What's up, YouTube? This is Josh coming at you. So Generation Pixel tagged me with a community challenge that he put out. What are the top 10 games according to Metacritic in your collection? Stay tuned.
Skull, 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 skull.
So welcome back, everybody. So today we are drinking one of my beers that I got out of my craft beer club box that my wife bought me for Father's Day. It is the River West Stein Amber Lager. This is a 6% alcohol by volume lager. It's brewed by Lakefront Brewery. They're out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Check them out. It's pretty tasty. It's a little different than my typical IPAs that I drink on the channel. But if you like a more normal style beer with a little less bitterness than the IPAs, definitely check out this Amber Lager. It is delicious. So I've watched a bunch of videos that everybody has put out so far for the challenge. And I kind of feel like a lot of the games that I'm going to show you are going to be the same as they've already showed you for their top 10 in their collection. So I'm going to do a real quick top 10, bottom 10 from according to Metacritic of what's in my collection. It took me a little bit longer to put this video and stuff together because I didn't really have a way of gauging what the Metacritic scores were for everything in my collection. So I had to input them into something to be able to give me the accurate readings for it. So my number 10, according to Metacritic, is the Orange Box. This is a nice collection. You can get it on the 360 or the PlayStation 3. It has Portal, Half-Life 2, and Team Fortress on it. Pretty fun collection of games. Definitely check it out if you don't have it in your collection. I don't think it's too expensive yet, so it should be pretty doable for everybody to get. The next, number 9 in my set, according to Metacritic, is Batman Arkham City. One of the fantastic games by Rocksteady that they did with the Batman series. Definitely worth checking out if you guys have the time.
More! Hey, wait, look, there is more.
Oh, good grief, they heard me.
Number 8, Super Mario Odyssey. Great game. Not a super difficult game, but I haven't beat it yet, but I've been working my way through it when I have a little bit of spare time to throw it on the Switch. That's the best part about the Switch. You can just pick it up, put it down whenever you want to. Number 7, Super Mario Galaxy. Another fantastic Mario game if you have never played it. It's a great one to get your kids involved with if they haven't really been playing video games yet. It's a good one to start off with.
Well, this has been an evening to remember.
Why?
I forgot.
Number 6, Red Dead Redemption 2. There isn't much to say about this thing. It's just a complete masterpiece of a game right here. If you love cowboys, and if you love that open world sandbox style Rockstar is so famous for, it's a perfect game.
Moo!
No, boo!
Boo!
Hooray!
Hooray!
Speaking of perfect, at number 5 is Perfect Dark for the N64. Great shooter. Doesn't get as much recognition as, say, GoldenEye does because everybody knows what GoldenEye is, but fantastic. Definitely worth checking out. Number 4, Halo, the original Halo game. Absolutely love this game. This was a system seller for the original Xbox. I remember blowing through that one when it came out.
Let's put this show out of its misery.
Number 3, Grand Theft Auto 5. Another fantastic game, and actually I think as of right now, it is the best-selling game ever. It's at least grossed the most money anyhow. Surprisingly, Grand Theft Auto 4 comes in 1 point above Grand Theft Auto 5 at 98.
Terrible.
Awful, I hated it.
Wonderful.
Spectacular. I loved it.
And finally, the number 1 game, according to Metacritic, in my collection, is the one that's probably number 1 in most everybody else's as well, and that is Zelda Ocarina of Time, or Ocarina, however you pronounce that. I say Ocarina, but whatever. Fantastic game. Definitely one of probably the best games ever made. Love it. It's been actually years since I played it, but I beat it way back in the day when this came out. Can never say anything better about it than that. All-time best game.
Wonderful!
Yeah, that's the way.
Great! Now, why can't they do numbers like that?
We just did.
Yeah, so you did.
Yeah, wasn't very good after all. Ooh! Terrible!
So according to Metacritic, the bottom 10 games that are on my list, total shit factories. Not all of them, actually.
Why us?
Coming in at number 10, we have Iron Man for the Wii. This got a Metacritic score of 44. Truthfully, it seemed like it would be kind of a cool game, except for the motion controls. I just couldn't get used to it. It's like a lot of the games that are on the Wii. When you're talking about the motion controls, they just totally fuck everything up when it comes to the quality of playing a game. There's a few games that it works well for, and it does that like it's supposed to, but the rest of the games, it just trashes them. Number 9 is another Wii game, and this one is Coraline. Now, this is probably the one game of this stack of 10 worst that I would disagree with. This got a 42 Metacritic rating. I played a little bit of it. My daughter really wanted this a couple of months ago, honestly. I picked it up. It's not a cheap game for a Wii game. This is not a shovelware game, surprisingly. I think I paid like $50 or something for this game because she really wanted it. Her and her friend wanted to play it. I played a little bit of it when we first got it. It's kind of a neat little game. It's like a 3D, you explore the house and stuff like that from what I played of it. You do different tasks around it. I mean, super fun. I don't know about that, but really not a bad game to play from what I played of it. I'd like to dig into it a little bit more.
Don't tell me you like that trash.
No, my hand went to sleep.
Oh.
So we are on a roll here because the number 8 worst game in my collection, according to Metacritic, is Attack of the Movies 3D on the Wii. This game's a shit factory, no doubt about it. I popped it in, I tried to play it. The reason I even got it, because I got it real cheap, it's only like $5 for this game, but was because it is an on-rail shooter, and I tend to like the little shooters with the zapper. This game sucks. It just all around sucks. The controls suck. It loses the sensor. It doesn't reload the guns correctly. The 3D, they give you these cheap 3D glasses that are inside of it. They don't do anything. I wouldn't even recommend it for $5, truthfully.
Was that a great number?
I don't know. I slept through it.
Me too, that's why I asked.
Another one at 39 is Hello Neighbor on the Switch. This game right here, I didn't play it very much. This was another one that my daughter wanted. I don't think she played it very much. It's got a neat premise. You know, you're basically, the game starts out, you're going down the street and you hear all this screaming coming from a neighbor's house and you see it and it looks like something weird's going on. Like this dude right here is like committing murder or something. So the object then is you have to sneak into the house and sneak around the house to try to figure out what this guy's hiding. I couldn't get used to the controls in the few minutes I played it. Maybe if I played it a little bit longer it wouldn't be as bad, but I'm going to guess that with this low of a Metacritic score, there's probably a reason for it because it really didn't grab me. The next one, with a score of 38, was Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1 for the Xbox 360. This game is another one that sucks. The opening sequence, you're on the motorbike with Hagrid, just like in the movie, and you're flying around and there's Death Eaters that are shooting at you. You're supposed to be knocking them out of the skies with your spells, and it's just hard as hell to get used to they're like way overly sensitive controls. When people talk about controls killing a game, I feel like this game could have some potential, but the controls just in the opening sequence alone are that bad that they don't make you want to play the game. The next game is also for the Xbox 360, and this one also got a 38 rating. It's still sealed. I got it probably in my first or second box that I got from Video Games Monthly. I've never opened it. It doesn't really look like it's going to appeal to me anyway. It's basically a war game. It's like a mech. You're a mech, I believe. It says 2082, pilot the most powerful weapon on the battlefield and retake America in this startling vision of a future abandoned by technology. Don't know much about it, like I said, but doesn't look that interesting to me. The next one got a 37 rating. I absolutely love this franchise. Just love the gonzo-ness of the franchise. But truthfully, the controls in this game, they suck too. I tried to play it a little bit. Duke Nukem, Land of the Babes. It's really hard to get used to how you control Duke, and the buttons don't seem very responsive when you're trying to make him jump and you're make him aim and do different kinds of stuff like that. Definitely not the best in the franchise. It would be really cool to see them come out with a new Duke Nukem game that actually is good, because a lot of them haven't been very good lately, or really even through the history.
You think this show constitutes cruelty to animals?
Not unless they're watching it.
So the bottom 3 games, according to Metacritic, in my collection are 3 games that I haven't played. We have Kung Fu Rider at a Metacritic score of 36 coming in. We have Walking Dead Survival Instincts with a Metacritic score of 34. And we have Trigger Man with a Metacritic score of 32. So with these 3 games, if any of you have ever actually played them, drop it down in the comments. Tell me what you actually thought of them. Because from what I see, the Metacritic score, sometimes it's going to hit with games that maybe they aren't as bad as Metacritic is saying. And then on the flip side to that, there's probably games that are ranked pretty high by Metacritic that other people maybe just don't like. They just not their style of game they don't like. So drop me some comments down below. Tell me what you think of the top 10 and the bottom 10 that I have in my collection. And if there's any of these games that in the bottom 10 that maybe I should give a second look to, or give a first look to for that matter. Drop me some comments, like, subscribe, all that stuff that you're supposed to do with all of our videos. And I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.
Well, they say all good things come to an end.
What's that got to do with this show?